And we are live.
In real life. Welcome to our second MapperCast podcast, where we will discuss about mapping topics. And our mapping winner for this podcast is rectangularcatz mapping. Congratulations to rectangularcatz mapping. And our fan winner is Flair. Flair was supposed to suggest an idea to us where we guarantee it will be discussed on this podcast as long as it relates to mapping and it's appropriate. Unfortunately, he didn't do it, so we have to come up with a backup plan for that. And if you are a mapper that wants to be featured in our next podcast, we will be telling you on how you have a chance to be featured at the end of the live stream. And for fans who wants to suggest an idea and have a guarantee it will be discussed on our next podcast, as long as it relates to mapping and it's appropriate, then we will give you the chance at the end of the live stream to do such a thing. And now we will start introducing ourselves towards the audience as we usually do. As you may know, I am Void Viper. We are here joined with the rest of the MapperCast crew. We have Cosmic Mapping with us.
Hey everybody, it's great to be back.
We also have 99 Batran with us.
Hello my fellow Mapperdonians, 99 Batran here today, and I'm in the podcast, so how you doing?
We also have Mindria Mapping with us.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Mindria here. Welcome back to the second podcast of MapperCast.
Alright, and Allan had to go to the dentist, so unfortunately he couldn't make it again. And I know that in my Twitter I stated that, and Facebook, that Nick will be our guest, but the problem was, as soon as he said he can do it, he hasn't been responding to us since he joined the chat, or since Batran joined the chat, so we don't know what the heck is going on. So we decided to go on with the show without him anyway. And we may add a guest during the podcast at some point after we discuss rectangularcatz mapping. But until then, stay tuned. So our schedule for today will be, so first we're going to discuss the pros and cons of rectangularcatz mapping. We're going to be talking about his alternate Future of Africa series. We will, as usual, we will try to be fair and balanced by providing constructive criticism, feedback, and etc. This includes our own opinion. We're not here to discourage anyone. We're here to provide feedback and help you guys out, and hopefully you'll become a better mapper. And next, we will discuss how mapping can help us in our future. Like first, we have to ask ourselves, why do we map? And then second, what do we learn from doing this? And the most important of all, how does mapping impact our lives today, and how can it impact us in the future? And like last time, next on the list, like last time, we will talk about other mappers that we may know, and this is the time where you guys can ask us any questions about a specific mapper, and we will talk about them. The only mapper we won't allow is the Serbian mapper, because we talked about him on our last podcast. If you want to know what we said about him, then you can go on to the first podcast and talk about him. But then, please note that we may not know every mapper you're talking about, because we can't guarantee. So we can't guarantee we can give our thoughts on every mapper. And now we were supposed to discuss the fan suggestion, but as I said, he did not respond to us. So if the fan doesn't provide a suggestion, then we will be discussing some policies regarding participate on our podcast activities where the fans and mappers have a chance to feature on the next podcast. And after that, this is a free fall once again. This is where the audience can ask us anything as long as it's appropriate and follows the YouTube's guidelines. If it violates YouTube's guidelines, we will not accept it. Next, we will discuss how we can expand our group as MapperCast, and then we will ask our audience some questions specifically for this group. And next, we said that we will have another member joining us, but we still couldn't find out. We have a lot of candidates, but we're having a hard time choosing who will join us. So for those in the list, Juliet Mapper, Omega Mapping, Finn Mapper, Italian Mapper Chris, Freezepond Mapping, Dylan Mapper, and the Molten Swordsman. If you guys still want to join us, then this is where you guys should pay the most attention to, because we're going to be testing your competence skills. And if we forgot somebody, please let us know. Last but not least, we will discuss what we will provide to the viewers as usual. So we will provide a Google Forms for the viewers to submit. This is where the participants will answer some questions, and it's always important to fill all the correct information and indicate that if they're applying as a mapper or fan. Now let's get started with the first thing we're going to discuss, which is Rectangular Cats Mapping Alternate Future of Africa series. Cosmic
Oh,
Mapping,
boy.
why don't you start us off?
Well, first of all, I want to say I'm very happy that we get to talk about a mapper that's still got a ways to go to become great. I mean, Serbian mapper before, he was a great mapper already, and it was nice to help him, but Rectangular Cat's still got a way to go, so it'll be nice to help him. But the first thing I want to talk about in his show is some of the visual problems that he has with the map before we go into storyline and all that kind of stuff. But I think the first biggest problem that I noticed was how the map of Africa itself is like squished down to make room for the title, which doesn't even really need to be there necessarily, especially at like the sacrifice of making the map all squishy. And yeah, also I think this is probably one of the biggest cardinal sins of mapping that I notice a lot in his show, where he doesn't change the color inside of letters. I don't know if you guys notice that, but like let's say like a country turns white, means it's talking, but he doesn't fill in the A, so the inside of the A would remain red or blue or green or whatever it was originally. So that's a problem.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are very bad about it. There's also some good things. Like if we compare his very old videos to now, I would say they've improved a lot. What I do like about his series, that his storylines are, well, it had a rough start, but then his video is more like the old style of mapping. You know, like back in 2012, 2013, when it was all random wars. It was more like that, but with some story. Like for example, like the nuclear thing, figuring out who
I thought that was pretty cool.
thought that nuke was actually very interesting. The only problem was he kind of ended that mystery very fast. There wasn't enough time for it to develop. Like it was kind of late. Like let's be honest, it was kind of lame when the guy said, "I did it." Unless you're trying to add some other insights to that, then I would say that it's pretty dull as how the story went.
Yeah, that was a little disappointing because it was a great storyline, or it was at least a lot better than what he was doing before, and to have it just kind of end with him coming out and saying I did it, So,
What do you
That was random.
Hello?
Hmm?
Did mine say something?
No.
let's get some insights from Batran. You guys.
Yeah, Batran.
Yeah.
Let's hear what you want.
I reviewed over Rectangular Cat's mapping video for a little bit. I just skimmed through it, but what I noticed on episode 4 is like I see lots of dots around the screen. I was like, what the heck? It's usually caused by like people are too lazy to erase borders, and just leave some it's like scattered about, which is kind of bothered me a little bit. But other than that, it's okay. Also, what I find interesting is that there are colors around Africa. I mean, not a lot of mappers do that. Before. Now some do, some don't. It's all different dialects and stuff. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Okay. Another really simple thing that I think is a problem is whenever he puts a treaty on the screen, he doesn't remove the white background that originally came with the photo. That's a bit more nitpicky, but I think that those little visual offsets can go a long way and make people just get turned off from the visuals of the show.
Yeah, another thing I want to say is like on the side there's like this richest nations. Like I know that's not the strongest nations, but I kind of feel like if we're gonna put that there, then it has to be useful in some way. I know like it's pretty hard to think of some way to how that can become relevant, but like when I saw Algeria as like the second richest nation, the next I was like, oh, Algeria must be very strong there if they're the richest. But then I saw Algeria just get like wiped out the next second or something.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't. It's like the being rich doesn't even matter. So we haven't heard from you. So what do you think about his series?
I think he should improve a bit on the text box.
Dialogue as a whole.
Yeah. What do you mean by improved text? Like, what do you suggest he should do to improve the text?
He should just get rid of the old one and renew it.
Yeah, I think the map was a bit compressed, don't you think? Like,
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
talked about before.
yeah.
But I think his biggest problem, honestly, is really the dialogue. It's not written that well, and I think he has a lot of pretty good storylines going on. Like, oh, Europe tries to invade Africa and then they fail. That's pretty. Don't seem that going on much. And then there's a lot of wars where you think that someone would win and then that person ends up losing. Where I like it when that happens in wars. But like I said, he has a lot of good storylines going on, but he doesn't really have great dialogue to convey it. So if he would work on just improving his dialogue a bit, like there needs to be a little bit of build-up. It can't just be, "Ooh, I want to expand," and then just war is declared. There's got to be, oh, I don't know, this new era in Africa is it's caused my people are fearing. I must build, or some type of build-up like that. But it's that's my suggestion.
I think like his series is more like the old school style of mapping. So I wouldn't say I would say it is in that kind of randomness. So I understand like where he's getting that from, but you like as you said, like it has to have like a reason. But like we all know that mapping has really evolved as we discussed in our last podcast.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna split them into two, like there's gonna be people who's gonna declare war randomly, and there's gonna be people where there's a reason why a war is happening. See, this guy said even I do that. Wait, no, discrimination against new. Oh wait, never mind. Hold on. Discrimination against new fake. Wow. Okay. No, that is not our.
We're not
We all see the good things too. Are we gonna
We're
say?
trying to provide constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism.
Oh, really?
We're not. We didn't call him the worst mapper. He's actually improved a lot, and he's really good at it.
Yeah,
if
he
you
has
want to call me
improved
a new fag just to make yourself feel better, do be that way. But it's not gonna change the fact that we're here to provide criticism. And I'm sure that if he applied as if he participated to be featured, to have a chance to be featured on our next podcast, that he will surely understand what the risks are, like as they saw from the first video. I mean, sorry to serve you, Mapper, that we didn't message you, but like we just picked you out of random. But for now, we will always pick the people from whoever wants to participate. So we're not here to make you feel lower. We're here to help you improve. Like you can listen to us, or you cannot listen to it. It's your choice whether you want to listen to us. It is your series after all, but we're not here to force you to do what we want.
That's true.
And one thing I want to say real quick, just to sort of set the record straight, the whole like calling new mappers and new fags and oh this person's cancer, oh I don't like this person, and the spamming of outdated memes on in their comment sections. It's so like just so unnecessary and immature when these things happen. So just don't insult people because they're new at the genre. Help them become better and help the genre get stronger because of you help that person. There's no need to be a jackass. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I've been trying to say that when I first joined. It's like there's no point in doing that. If you want them to improve, you gotta help them, man. You can't improve by insulting them. Like I know that we all have this like past history of like immaturity, but like there's really what's that word I'm looking for? There's really
a lot of immaturity in this community, so.
Unfortunately, there is still a lot of that in this community.
Yeah. Thentide, I know he always hates these so-called new fags. And no.
But he is a
really
what's the point?
I think that people who like insult people who are doing bad or whatever instead of helping them I think they're kind of hypocritical themselves.
Yeah, we don't start at all like very good, right? Nobody starts perfect.
No, yeah, totally.
I think Batran has that. Oh, Barry, you want to say something? I interrupted you.
Huh?
Did you want to say something? Because I interrupted you.
No. I was just saying that if I think those people are like hypocritical. You know, the people who insult and stuff. You know.
Oh no! Oh,
I can see that.
Alright, so there's nothing good about my channel. No, rectangulars. No. We talked about how good your story is. Like, it's just a little feedback on how you can improve your story.
Yeah. Like I was saying before, you do have a lot of good storyline elements going on. You just really got to work on, I'd say, dialogue and the look of the map.
Yeah.
If you get those two things down, you can really do. Because I mean, you clearly have the passion for it. You make a lot of mapping videos, and you'll improve. It'll take a bit of time, but you know we all improve. If I showed you guys some of my like rough drafts of videos that I never uploaded, like it's a trillion times worse than anything that's out there right now. It's the worst. So I mean, you'll get there, Rectangular Cats. Don't worry.
Yeah. So yeah, we're not here to just discourage you in any way. Like, there's a lot of good things that we've already said about your series. It's just you're in the old school kind of mapping, and we have gone far beyond that now. But while you're still in the old school place. But it doesn't matter. Like you just do what you like and create your own kind of world.
You'll get there, man.
Yes. So now we're gonna move on. But before we move on, we're gonna invite someone over as a guest. There might be some technical problems, so it'll take some time. Just give me one moment. So our guest for today is going to be Freezepond mapping. He is a candidate to join us as the MapperCast crew, but as later on we're going to discuss how we're going to decide on our last members. So for now we're going to have Freezepond mapping joining us, assuming there's no technical problem.
Hopefully he's here.
Is he responding?
Hmm?
Yeah, we all know. Okay, in case you guys don't know who Freezepond is a Flash mapper. So he's one of the few mappers who uses Flash. Like, I haven't seen any Flash mappers, but I'm sure there's a lot of Flash mappers out there that we have not discovered. Especially, his name is. All right, Freezepond mapping. Can you hear us? Do you have a mic?
He does.
Oh dear.
Oh,
I think that was mine's audio.
oh, Freezepond, can you hear us? Hello.
Better question. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
It's a bit loud though.
Hooray, it works.
Yeah, welcome as
Give
our
a
guest
clap for a guest star, everybody.
in replacing for Nick. So then let's just move on. So we would discuss next. Now we're going to discuss how mapping is going to. How can mapping help us in the future? Why we map, and what do we learn from doing this, and how does it impact our lives? Anybody want to start us off? Does anyone want to start us off, or do I have to start off?
Yeah, you should.
So I'm gonna go. Okay, fine. All right. So I feel like when I first started mapping, the reason why I started mapping is because I wanted to learn how to animate, because I love like animating stuff. So I want to start out with animated maps, and you saw how great that went. But if you watch my old videos, but like as time goes by, I started learning about these country ball animations, mapping animations, and all that, and pretty much evolved. I would say my map that's evolved to my own style of mapping. And representing our guest today is Freezepond mapping, and he's a Flash mapper, and I would say that his style of mapping is also pretty unique. It's just he's underrated. So this is why we invite him as well. Well, he was the first one to come, so that's why we're inviting him. And I feel like mapping also allows us to. Freezepond, do you have I hear echoes of my voice.
Yeah, not sure why.
Can you turn down your volume a bit, if that's okay with you?
Oh, sure.
Alright. And I think mapping can help us learn the basics of video editing, because I know there's a lot of people out there, like in the 20s, don't even know how to do basic video editing. And I feel like mapping will help us learn how to do video editing. That way, in the future, when we ever fall into video editing.
Your mic is like.
Are you breathing into the mic?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just sitting in a hurricane right now. No, just kidding. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, because we
Do you have any headphones?
About inviting guests, we don't know what to expect from them. Anyways, so yes. So anybody else want to think how impactful mapping can be to our daily lives?
Well, it's been extremely impactful to mine. The amount of like schoolwork and just general things that I've missed to work on mapping videos has probably extended into the hundreds at this point. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of changed my life. I know that sounds like an exaggeration, but Before this, I was just, I mean, for like 6 years, I was just on my Lego Loop 2000 channel, just getting, like, averaging 30 views and being extremely depressed. And when I finally started this mapping channel, it's helped me a lot. So it's definitely affected my life in a way. And it's great to be able to express the story and tell the story that you want to tell in this format. It's awesome, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I love story writing too. I just can't. Showing it visually is always good. Batran, how impactful do you think mapping has had on you?
Very, very impactful. Back before I go to mapping, I was like, well, it's really complex, but I wasn't as well. I was basically an underdog back then. I wasn't really doing much, but after I get into mapping, and all that responsibility and leadership and all of those stuff, it changed me. It made me like, well, you could say it made me more mature, and also for some reason it also allowed me to work harder in school and get like straight A's and all that. That self-determination and to work and have fun actually allows me to continue. So yeah, I think that's it for now.
Yeah, I definitely relate with that.
Freezepond mapping, since you're a guest, we would like to give you the opportunity to speak. So, do you think mapping has had an impact on you? Like, I know you're just starting off, so like, you're not that big. So, can you give any insights to the audience?
It's kind of a complex process, but it's actually like I haven't really devoted all my time like when I should be working on schoolwork to say be making these videos. Because I actually know enough about the program I'm using to like do it easily and quickly. And there's actually a couple of people at my school who have seen my videos and like they have interest in like country balls and the other kinds of videos that I'm making.
So I feel like, do you think in the future, like if you're applying for a job and then, let's say somehow you go into like you're applying to be an animator and then you tell them about your story of Flash, do you think that's gonna help you get the job?
Well, the stuff I've been making with Flash is actually fairly simple. Because, say, if I'm like applying for Pixar, I don't think they're going to be so
Yeah, but
like.
remember, it takes time to develop your skill, right? For me, when I started mapping, I had no knowledge of animating. But as time goes by, as I continued to do more, I started to learn more, and then I got better at it. Like, do you think mapping is a good way for you to start off if you're going into animating?
Well, if I was going to go into animating, I don't think mapping would really qualify as mapping because, I mean, the things that I do animate are fairly simple, like just like small movements or like front lines animations, which is basically just like motion tweens and a brush tool, which is kind of simple. I've actually been making animations since I was about 6 years old. Like.
Oh wow.
I had Flash MX even back then when I was about 6 years old or so. I mean, I made like some awful stick figure animations where there's like, I don't know, walk on screen, then get hit with a spear or whatnot, and fall over and die. And I just got like hundreds of those piled up from years, but I only ended up using Flash when I, like, a while after I found out about the mapping, and I figured, hey, maybe I could make some really good-looking, smooth animations with this, and that's what I found out. But before I started using Flash, on my main channel, I had 3 episodes of alternate history of North America that I animated in MS Paint, and it wasn't very good, let's put it that way. And those are about, like, 6 months old now.
Yeah, smooth mapping. It's like it's not that common to see. Like you, like you were like one of the few that I found that does smooth mapping besides myself. And I think Mitch tried to do it, but his is a stop motion version. So I wouldn't say that it's 100% smooth, but it does look nice. But I think people are going to complain that it's going to take forever to do that because it's a waste of time. And we also have Spackus Spart, who also tried to do that, but then I think he gave up when he tried to do it. Like, I know like programs you can't really do that. I did make a mini mapping video using Paint.net to do the smooth thing. It didn't look very good, and I never showed it to anybody. But and I think people get the gist of how it works, I guess. But like, when I first started my Mapper Ball animations, like I know like that was my first time trying to animate non-stop motion. Like I was having so much trouble and all that struggle. But as I kept doing more of it, I started to learn how to troubleshoot these problems. Like, do you think, because you started at 6 years old, and I'll say that's pretty young. Do you think that starting at a young age actually helped you to become very good at Flash? I don't know how good you are, but like, do you think that it helped you to get to where you are now?
Well, see, I didn't really get good at animation until I was about, say, 10 years old when I was finally able to, like, animate smoothly, of course. After that, I learned more about using layers, motion tweens, and like more stop motion kind of animation, and then everything started looking a lot smoother. And I mean, still, it was basically all the same. Like stick figures run on screen, they fall over and die, but this time it looks more like smooth and realistic. I think I don't think it would have made much of a difference if I, like, depending on what age I discovered Flash at, but I'd say like the first years I had Flash was like my time to develop my quote-unquote style.
Okay. And we haven't heard much from mine, so...
Yeah, mine, how's mapping affected you?
I don't really have much to say. It improved my geography, grades, and all that stuff.
Yo, there's a lot of echo from your mic.
I think that's his background.
Because the TV is on.
Oh, dang, that's not good. Alright, so, yeah, mine. We're sorry that we can't talk much. Like, is there anything else that you want to add?
Not really.
Not really? Oh, god dang. So, like, let's talk about it in general. So, like, we all have our own experiences, but, like, for a new mapper, do you think that they will do you think they would gain the same experience as we do, or a better experience, or what?
Yes, probably.
Probably. What Cosmic? What do you think?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the question? I was spaced out.
No, I was saying like in general. Do you think, let's say a new mapper has started mapping, do you think that they will gain the same experience as we do?
Well, it depends if they're determined to. I think the best. If I had to recommend people to watch to get the best experience, I'd say for like look and style, maybe you'd want to watch like I'd say Viper. I love his look. And for writing, I would say watch Mope because he's got the best stuff on that front.
Yeah, we all have our own opinion, so I won't judge you on your opinion. Yeah. Well, but, like, anyone else want to add anything?
Well, I would just say that new mappers would gain more experience in due time, so I guess they could be as good as us in due time.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, if I had not started mapping, I don't think I'll be very good at video editing and animating, even though I love doing them, but I think if I didn't start I did say I wish I started mapping earlier, so there's more time for me to work, because grade 12 has been very stressful for me, and I know my videos are always coming out so slow, but I'm hoping that where I am right now is going to benefit me in the future. Like even hosting this podcast might be useful. Like if I'm applying for a job, be like, so what have you done to be like a leader or something? I'll be like, oh, I've been hosting podcasts, like something like that.
Hey, I've been making politically incorrect videos with talking balls with flags on them. Yep.
That looks good on a resume.
Resume. Yeah. I have a YouTube channel, and they don't have time to watch 10-minute videos, so yeah. Yeah, I would say like from an anime point of view, it could be useful. But unfortunately, I'm not going into animating, so damn. I wish I was, but you need those annoying portfolios, which I don't have. So yeah. All right, you guys want to move on, or do you want to add anything else to your thoughts?
I guess we should move on.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
We got nothing
Hang on a
else to
second.
say.
wait, hang on a second.
I will always love you.
Wait, did someone say hang on a second?
Yeah,
Sorry,
Freezepond.
Yeah.
brother charged in and started screaming for no reason.
Oh, okay.
One thing I'd like to add is, I heard earlier in the stream you guys were talking about, like, oh, you're telling people, like, oh, don't discriminate against new mappers, and, I've been suggested to that, like, subjected to it. Like on the Minecraft server that was hosted by one of the people here, forgot his name, but there's somebody who was saying, like, oh, you shouldn't be talking smack about us, because we've been around for longer than you, and I mean, like, I don't mean to boast anything, but this is like when I had only about 3 videos. I was a few weeks. My mapping channel was only a few weeks old, and I said, well, I mean, yeah, I think I can't talk smack about you when you're just making like the whole generic MS Paint, like people declare war for no reason.
Mapping has a lot of things.
Time has nothing to do with anything if you have skill. Like, let's face it.
No, but like if I had no, what I mean is like if I started earlier, I feel like that I can like there's more time for me to make videos because if I'm going to university, it's likely that I don't have time to make videos, which my whole passion is dead in that case. I just hope that doesn't happen. That's like the thing. Unless this is like my full-time job, which is not, then yeah, it might end soon. But I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm hoping to stay in the mapping community as long as I can, and maybe forever until I die or something. Who knows? But I've really enjoyed these times in the mapping community. I know that everybody's thinking is like, oh, I've been through like hard times and stuff. But let's be honest, we all have been through a hard times at some point. Okay, so we just have to deal with them, like we live with it. But I know like we can be stressful at times to a point where we just don't feel like we don't want to live. But like we eventually have to get over it if that's the case. All right, so I guess we move on. All right, so yeah, so now now this is time for the mappers to ask us questions about a specific mapper and we will talk about them. But then remember that we might not know every mapper you're talking about, so we can't guarantee we can give our thoughts on every mapper. So yeah, come on over and ask us about mappers.
All right.
And you'll call me a noob and an idiot.
I hope you don't mind the TV in the background.
God.
Opinion on Iron Hand. Wait, is
anyone
Legion
know?
Lord 538 Iron Hand? Opinion on Void Viper? No. Hello, anybody here?
I'm here.
Yeah, so
I'm over here.
No, we disappeared.
I'm waiting for an intelligent question to show up.
yeah,
Yes.
who is the best
Same.
mapper? Why is it Moke? Well, it's Moke because Moke. Ban Potato from Wikia. What about Romania mapper? There's a lot of Romania mappers. So
I know, right?
yeah, opinions on. Where's a serious question, man? Void Viper. If you
There
hate
isn't any
Rome,
serious questions.
Why is Void Viper such an asshole? Ooh, these are good.
Oh, that's the
oh,
question.
that's Josh. That's Josh. That's Josh.
That's the good one.
Opinion on Romania mapper. Oh my god, I don't know who.
Which
Who's
Romanian?
Romanian
Wait,
mapper?
there's so
There's
much
like-
Who he
Romanian.
is.
There's
like
so
eight.
much. Mom, like what the hell?
Okay.
Okay,
Opinion
Iron Hand, you did the
on
Australia series.
Pez mapper.
Iron Hand did the Australia series, right? Opinions on Dylan's World. You guys are not gonna look at me.
Okay.
Opinion on Serbian mapper. We already talked about him.
We're already talking about Survey mapper.
Daniel Mapper, please. Oh, we talked about him
Oh.
last time, but I guess we could talk
Yeah.
about him again.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, alright, so as some of you guys may have heard, there's a lot of drama going on Daniel Mapper's channel.
Yeah.
We're
Somebody-
not
Dylan
going to talk
began
about
to
that.
spam a nice shirt.
No, we're not going to talk about that because that's not
Uh,
the purpose.
That's
But we
just
will talk
stupid.
about like, well, as I said, I need some time to watch his series because I didn't watch all his videos yet. But I did watch his latest ones, and I say he seems to have a lot of passion in animating as well and his country ball. So I would say Daniel and I both have some similarities in our passion. But all I can tell Daniel is that don't let the others discourage you. Just keep doing what you're doing.
He's good, but I think he uses too many commas in his dialogue.
Well, I don't blame him. His English isn't his first language.
Yes.
Anyone else want to give insights on Daniel Mapper?
I have no opinion.
Alright. Opinion on FedEx. Well, FedEx, I think your little Mapper Wars thing is a little too far.
A little bit immature.
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about him like last time?
No, we didn't. We decided to not talk about him.
Oh.
Well, I guess we could talk about his mapping, but not the person. So FedEx, what we can really say about you is like, okay, yes, I know you're trying to be more proactive with your uploading your videos now because you notice you're getting more views as you start uploading daily. I know uploading daily is not easy to do, but like, if you can upload at least once every week, then it's pretty good. It's like you can grow from where you are, but you won't grow if you're just gonna complain that you're not growing. So just keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully you'll grow.
I think it seems that we don't have too many questions about mappers, so do you guys want to just move on to a free for all?
Oh no, we have super LB mapper.
Oh, we do. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we do have serious ones. We just didn't read them.
Mercy
yeah,
Mapper.
there's
I
not
didn't
many
watch
of them.
the Super LB Mapper except his first episode, which I probably need to watch again. So you guys want to give any insights on his series?
Is
Super LB Mapper.
Does he do the
I haven't
Ireland
watched.
one?
No,
I
Super
don't watch.
LB Mapper. The guy, I think who did Mapping Whispers
Oh.
with Villain's World.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
We
I'm
don't have
checking out.
Oh my
See,
god.
I'm trying to
His
confirm.
channel.
Trying to confirm if he. Yeah, he's the guy who did the Ireland show. I think I liked his Ireland show. I haven't seen all of the episodes, but I like it when people do like alternate future of like just a country or something. They'll split up the country as opposed to a continent or the world. It's unique.
We also had a question about opinion on Mr. American Mapper. Ooh, that old guy.
Oh, I
remember. The guy
I
hate him so
was
much.
I was planning before I created my channel, I was gonna call myself American Mappin, and then I saw him and I got like really disappointed.
There's
that
a lot
someone
of
pretty much already took the name.
I'll say that he is the one that got me to stay in the mapping community. I was going to leave, but he convinced me to stay. So I really thank him for that now. And his videos are more like the storyline based. So he's like a storyline mapper, not necessarily the quality mapper. But I was saying he hasn't been uploading a lot, and I did watch his whole series, like Bronze. I like how his Europe series in season 2 started with like wooden spears, developing from medieval times to modern day. It's pretty cool.
What's your favorite type of mapper series? Does that count under the
It's Ask by Mope.
No.
mappers?
It's also
It's asked by
Mope.
Mope. It should be elevated above other questions.
That would be biased.
Whoa.
It should be in the free fall. Opinions on Donald Trump. Opinions on Emperor Tigers. Opinions on Nick HD. Opinion on my cancerous mapping. Alright, Sunglass Mapper, I gotta say something. First, it's not cancer.
Alright then.
Second, it seems like it's inspired from me, so I'd say
Cancer
that
is-
try to be as creative and don't copy me completely.
Cancer is an overused word. Let me just say
Opinion
that.
on Mickey Mapper.
Yes, I agree with Batran.
Opinions. Yo, they're trying.
Opinion. Anything other than opinion?
Well,
Has to
we
be
are asking
something
for
than
opinions.
opinion.
Opinion on mappers. Okay. I don't know. Opinion.
Opinions
Okay,
on squirrels hiding
let's write this on a
Batman's
note.
fridge.
On our next
You
podcast,
come with the
never do this
opinions.
again.
Come on, come on.
Next podcast, never do this again.
Yeah.
Alright. Opinion on the first mapper.
Murphy Maranger.
Murphy Marine.
The one who started it all.
I think the last mapper is literally someone that we don't know because there's always
Yeah,
a mapper
probably.
out there.
Yeah. And now
Before-
I don't do the list anymore, so no one's gonna keep track. What do you think of racist and nationalist?
They're the
I think they're the ones that causes the chaos.
Nationalist
Yeah, they
mappers,
really are.
you don't like them, but you expect them.
Yeah, I respect their opinions, but if it comes to a point where it's discriminating another, then that's a problem.
Nationals
Opinion on
mappers
Sunglass Mapper. I just did that.
becoming really ridiculous. Like, there's this one who was from Romania, and of course it really showed because, like, within the first few episodes, Romania became a superpower, took over like half of Europe, developed nuclear weapons.
I
and,
saw
like,
that in the Blue Mappers
became
video.
just like the ruler of everything. And I mean, sure, it's okay if you make one country strong, but like, I mean, you gotta have like a touch of sense to it. Like,
Yeah.
would it make any sense if like the Swaziland took over the world? That little tiny country, South Africa.
UAE strong.
Not funny, joking guy. Opinions on mappers. Asking opinions. Well, you guys do too much.
Yeah.
Opinions
had
on
a-
fucking trio.
If I had a dime for every time someone says opinion in this chat, I would be a millionaire by now.
Oh,
Opinion
really?
on Batran's
Yeah.
beard.
I have a beard.
What the hell?
What?
What?
Okay.
Hey, my
Question.
friend got a beard at 13 years old, so I don't see the point.
Opinion. Oh my. I think we should just move on. This is.
Yeah, I think we should.
So much opinions, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
I know.
How about
And we
let's-
don't-
Yeah,
Give us proper questions.
Let's try to.
Let's move on to the free for all. That seems more.
We're not free fall yet.
not free
There's,
for all?
there's one more thing before
Okay.
free fall. Like
Alright,
it was
well,
supposed to be the fan suggestion, which was Flair, but he didn't even
Oh,
respond
yeah.
to me, man. So we replaced it with a little policy. So I'm gonna ask you guys. So like you know how like if they want to be featured, right? By they would scroll down and click the link and participate, right? But if they participate and then they don't respond to our messages when they should, then how are we supposed to get ideas for this? So what do you think our policy should be? What do you think?
I think maybe if the winner of the randomizer doesn't respond, maybe we could just go with the number 2 of the randomizer,
Number 2.
and if he doesn't respond, we'll just keep going down.
Yeah, but like how much time should we give them to respond?
Now there are sensible questions now.
Yeah, that's
Do you think the
How-
UK should leave the EU?
well, no, we're not answering questions.
Nah,
Oh yeah.
I don't think.
Okay.
So yeah, what do you guys think? Like, how much time should we give them to respond?
A bit more time than you gave me, cause like I was about to go somewhere, like honestly, but then decided I had to stay home because like hey, I'm being featured on a podcast, I better stay.
Yeah, I know.
We apologize.
Lee Allan couldn't come because he had to go to the dentist. And it was an idea was suggested that we in the thumbnail we show Lee Allan getting a toothbrush. Anyways, yeah. Viper doesn't like bronies.
No, Viper doesn't let that get in the way.
Yeah, I don't.
If you
I don't
enjoy,
deal with nonsense. I don't deal with those nonsense anymore.
you only
So
judge the person, not what they are.
yeah. So for mappers, it's pretty obvious that if they win, then they win, right? And if they allow us
Yeah.
one of the series to be discussed, we can pick a random one. But for fans, like we have to be more strict with this because we don't want to end up something like they participate and then they don't respond. And then those people who didn't fill in the information fully, they got disqualified immediately. So, yeah. So basically, what do you guys think? Like, is there any other ideas for a policy?
I think we got a pretty good policy.
So,
Yeah, I think we got a good one.
so basically, if they participate and they don't respond within like 1 or 2 days, then we
Yeah.
just move on to the next one. One more thing. So I know I didn't say this last time, but to all you guys watching this right now, for the post podcast forum, basically we will select the winner on Wednesdays, so like Wednesday night. So make sure that you participate before Wednesday night. I'm sorry that I wasn't clear with that on the last podcast. So yes. So I guess now we can move to the free for all, or maybe for like 20 minutes or.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Alright,
so
free for all.
ask
Ask
us any
whatever
question,
the hell you want.
as long as it's appropriate.
Yeah, questions and answers again.
Any questions? No opinions, okay?
Okay,
No
just
opinions.
questions.
Oh, we only answer questions that doesn't
Oh,
have
yeah.
an opinion in it.
Yeah.
That doesn't. No, that's dumb. Just ask what they. what they ask, or answer what they ask.
You know, I'm just gonna let's scroll up a bit. See.
Why is the sky blue? Oh, because I painted it blue.
Hey, opinion on drum alert.
What?
No.
No?
What do you think of Cyprus?
They're
Cyprus
fine.
is an island, isn't it? Yeah, it's just one Cyprus.
Yeah, it's
one
an
Cyprus
island.
island.
They're at Turkey.
Is Viper really asexual? It's up to you to believe me or not.
Cosmic is my nation going to be in the first episode of Subscriber Alternate Nations. Honestly, I think so. I don't know. I'm making the slides right now, but I forgot who's really made what. So I guess you'll figure out when it comes out.
Viper paints the sky blue.
I answered that. Opinion on Scotland.
Scotland forever.
Forever.
Just don't spam my wall.
Nice place.
How often are you on the wiki and your opinion on it? Well, I'll say I'm on there pretty much almost every day. Well, every day. Can you add my official nation on Original Empire to your series? Who?
Guys, please add USSR because it's original.
Yeah, that's like the most original
like
idea.
Puerto Rican stuff.
Fourth Reich, USSR.
Would you like to have citizenship of any other country? Britain.
Japan and Greece
Probably
and Canada.
Probably Britain, or like maybe.
What do you think
I
about
do Japan.
Well, we're not gonna talk about terrorists because I'm just gonna say I don't like them. What else? What do you think about mappers who's using sub to sub method? I think starting off that's probably a good thing, but then later it's gonna backfire.
I think it's pretty dumb. I mean, it's if it's just sub for sub, then it's pretty much just like, oh, now you have a number above your account. You want them to be people who actually cared enough to subscribe to your content. So I'm against it. Just putting it out there.
Yeah. The thing is, YouTube algorithms actually has a method to destroy sub for sub method. So if you haven't noticed it, it's just YouTube purge that removes subscribers who never watched a video before. So yeah, if you sub for sub and you don't watch your videos, you're doomed.
I think sub for sub.
I lost a shit ton of subscribers.
I mean, starting off is a good thing, but like in the end, no, not really.
Who is your personal favorite mapper?
I think we answered that.
Think so.
Did we do that?
Last podcast.
Shall we answer it
Last
again?
podcast we did, but we can answer it again. Why not?
Mine's Mope. I'm a big Mope fan.
I have many favorite
Yeah,
mappers.
Mope.
Yeah, Mope.
Mope.
Big.
Mope. Yeah.
Mope big.
What about you, Freezepond?
I'm honestly gonna have to say like FedEx mapping, like his more recent videos, like the Africa one.
Okay.
That's actually like really entertaining. It's interesting, and so far I haven't seen any cliches in it.
Oh, okay.
Viper is a brony. Lyra, who's Lyra?
Lyra is that pony that is obsessed with humans.
No, I am not a brony. If you think I am, good for you. What is your opinion on the Queen of England? She turned 90 a few days ago. Well,
make it
happy
to-
birthday.
Well, let's make it to 100.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I think Australia should annex. No. Review master race.
That actually sounds kind of catchy, but no.
What is your opinion about opinions that have opinions? Well, it's their opinion. We should respect it, but we can't force them to change it.
Let's get some what do you think about Sealand?
It should be a country.
Sealand Master Race.
It's not a real country.
Sealand should have land.
Controversial opinions by Freezepond.
Pez, why do you want to know where I live?
What is your least favorite mapping cliche?
It has to be, for me, like the U.S. is reforming, and also like Nazi Germany and Ottoman Empire, like ridiculous. And probably the worst cliche for me is just like how everything is centered around Europe. Like,
yeah,
come on, they don't control all the politics. Like, does the United States just like not exist in these timelines?
Alright, Pez wants to track me down, punch me.
Oh.
He's just joking.
I think
That's
I think he's joking. Pez is joking. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
My
So,
least
yeah, my
favorite
least
would-
Yeah,
favorite
he says no.
cliche. My least favorite cliche is where is it? Yugoslavia.
Oh yeah, my least favorite is probably the United States just being a general asshole. That's probably my least favorite.
Ukraine taking over Russia.
Oh wait, I have a deja vu. I have deja vu.
Should Macedonia be a country? I don't. That's not gonna happen.
Let's go put
No,
some
it's
dirt
not
out of
fine.
It's
this
gonna happen in a long
country.
time. Well,
Yeah.
unless we do a giant fundraiser to
Come on,
buy a
everyone,
private
let's all
island.
get together and rebel. There's no reason why we
I
can't.
got an idea. Why don't we all start a fundraiser and buy a private island and declare independence? But we're probably gonna get
Yeah,
our
good
asses
idea.
kicked. We're
I'm
probably
pretty
gonna get
sure
our asses
we've all
kicked
done
anyway.
these cliches, man. We all done it at some point. Well, most of us.
You can buy a private island for like $100,000. That's it.
Least favorite country. Ooh, that's a very bad one.
Ooh,
Ooh,
controversial.
I wonder.
I don't want to offend anyone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
answer
say
that.
it. I think my least favorite country is Earth.
Bert, what?
Earth. Yeah,
I got an
Earth?
idea. Why don't we say
Sure,
least favorite country for least his favorite historical country for that?
I guess.
Do you like having revolutions in mapping videos?
I mean, if there's no revolutions, then sometimes there has to be revolutions. So yeah, I do. Like
Yeah.
Well, what exactly does that mean? Like in the story, there's a revolution, or do you mean like a revolution in how people do mapping, like how a lot of people have changed to colors or something?
I think I don't know.
It's probably in the story. But I think it's good. I mean, a lot of people think revolutions are a cliche, but I see them more as just a story device. Like to me, that's sort of saying like, oh, death scenes in movies are cliche because they do them all the time. Like, no, it's just sort of something. It's just it's a frame. It's a story device. It's not a cliche.
Well, they need to make sense at least.
Yeah, they got to make sense, but.
Yeah. I think in general, the biggest cliche I've seen in almost every mapping video is communism.
Communism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about fascism? That kind of happens too.
Fascism.
There is no anarchism.
I have to.
How can anarchists be country?
Oh yeah.
Don't. It's a rebellion.
They wasteland.
Anarchist country. While there are no rulers, but there are rules. Get it?
But in anarchism, but technically in anarchism, there's like the lack of government, which it lacks enforcing the rules. You know.
Yeah. But like
At
anarchist,
least
like,
in
it's like,
widespread.
like it's like doing your own thing basically, as long as you don't do bad things. I don't know. I don't even know how it
Basically,
works, but it is not a cliche. It's rarely used.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite planet in the solar system.
Do you think Kaliningrad should join Poland, Lithuania, or Germany?
Lithuania.
I expected that.
Who ships which mapper?
Mm,
No comment.
I should Nick.
I ship Mapper 1 with Mapper 2.
That's a good one.
I don't ship anyone. It's a waste of time. There's no point.
What's your opinion on the royal family? They're pretty interesting people.
Shoot.
Yes.
Somebody's asking opinion on me.
Opinion on... I don't see it.
Opinion on Void Viping
Oh yeah, Finn Mapper. You need to list the name. Finn Mapper asks, what's your opinion on Void Viper?
Ah, damn it.
He is fine. Let's just say that.
Alright.
He is good.
Should Confederate States be a country?
No.
No.
They accept
No.
slavery.
Opinion on all 40 people watching. Or you guys are filling the chat.
Well, now there's 39 the second you say that. So.
See, I don't think there's really a reason for there to be a confederacy anymore, because, I mean, like, seriously, nobody supports slavery anymore, and nobody would.
I would beg to differ.
So there's not really a point in them becoming independent unless it's for, like, cultural.
Even if the Confederate flag represents Southern pride instead of slavery, I still think that Confederates should stay in the Union because former Confederates should stay in the Union because we won't be as strong if we all split up.
Exactly.
What is your favorite anime?
My favorite anime? Oh, I thought you said enemy. What?
Anime.
Well, by default, I'm pretty sure a lot of people's going to say Italia, but I don't know.
I ironically watched an anime called Girls Bravo with my friend once, and it was like the worst show, but that was what made it great, was because it was like the worst thing I've ever seen, so we just laughed at it for a week, and it was the best.
I see what you're doing, Orange. I see what
I've
you're
only
doing.
watched 2 in my entire life. Spider Rider, favorite.
Should if I
Oh, that sounds so wrong.
join your opinion. I mean,
Spider
do
Rider's
you
favorite.
like Europe to join the Union?
Is Macedonia Greek or Chinese?
Chinese.
It's Chinese,
obviously.
Well, actually, Macedonia
What
is
kind of question is that?
actually Macedonia is Korean.
What?
West Bulgaria.
What the heck?
All right.
What is your favorite nation, Cosmic? I guess America, probably.
Yay.
Yay, freedom.
Macedonia is loud.
Freedom in quotes, really.
Favorite quotes. Let me tell you my quote. For anybody who wants to stand in my way may come forward. I'll kill you.
What?
No, something quote. Somebody, I heard someone said that, like out loud. So I'm like, okay, that my favorite quote was that. But that's a good quote for a villain.
Dude, I swear to God, I'll break your head open and eat your brain.
What kind of voice was that?
Okay, so
Anyway.
opinion on people.
What people?
Just people. That's just the question.
no people.
Opinion on people.
People.
Martians are better.
Martians.
Do you like help? Okay, this is
Martians,
an important
of course.
question, guys. Important question.
It's not taco.
Guys, this is very important questions. Do you like help other mappers? Well, I'm pretty sure there's an error there. But all right, so the intention of our podcast is like when we feature somebody, we're here to like give constructive criticism to them. So we're here to help mappers and small mappers wherever we want. Like I know, but then the problem is that like some of us are very time constrained, so that we don't really have time to help. But if they ever ask us if they need help with something, we will be glad to answer them. You can come over to the wiki at the link in the description and you can ask. But I can't guarantee that we'll be there to answer your questions. But I'm sure there's also, quotation marks, wonderful people out there who will definitely help you.
All right, Cosmic, what is your favorite alternate nation you got so far? Oh, I won't talk about any of them that I haven't done yet, but from the ones that I've made into videos, probably Allan is my favorite. Or leveled, or maybe yeah, probably Allan would be my favorite.
I'm surprised nobody asked us for spoilers.
Yeah, I'm not giving them.
I think they will be asking us now.
Don't worry, don't worry about fails. We all fail at something at some point, and we just have to accept it. But don't worry, when we fail, we learn. So. What about mine, Cosmic?
The Italian Empire was great, Chris. On that, it was awesome. And I don't remember what the one you recently sent was, so I can't say anything about that.
Opinions on the shut up political system, Triton.
I don't know what that is.
No, that was from my comic series. Like his Triton's political system is called Shut Up. So. I would say Triton is very good at trying to kill me.
Oh yeah, Italy.
Here's a question: why does Triton hate you?
Because I always torment him, make him feel bad. I always value Roy or Allan in my series, and never value him. Simple.
Viper doesn't love him.
Now I understand why he created the anti-void Viper collection.
Viper doesn't love Triton.
No, that Thurian created it because I ended Dark Treasures.
Really?
Yeah.
Viper doesn't love him enough.
Oh.
What do you think about
the
carpet bombing?
What?
Carpet bomb. What the heck is that?
Viper bomb?
It's basically just dropping large amounts of bombs on an area indiscriminately.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Carpet bombing. I thought you said Viper bombing. I thought you said Viper bombing.
Oh.
Yeah, same.
Do you think making videos is the hardest part of your YouTube career? Of your YouTube?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think
To
time is hard.
animate.
I think time.
Hardest part of
With school especially. So nobody has asked us for spoilers here. And when is the next
I
episode?
know, right?
Who will be the person to? Oh,
Who will be the person to speak here? What do you mean?
Dylan V mapping asks, who will be the person to speak here? Oh my God, I'm Viper.
What is the hardest part of mapping? Ooh, that's interesting.
Editing. Or making a frame.
Time.
Oh yeah, time.
Oh,
That's cool.
Pascal Mapper asks, what's your opinion on Family Guy? Family Guy's okay.
Peter.
Pito.
Well,
Pito fries.
the rat of mapping.
That's
Will
nasty.
Ethiopia defeat New Abyssinia in the next episode of Alternate Future the War of Void Viper? Spoilers. Alright, I'm gonna tell you one thing. After the podcast, the video should be up in the next 4 hours.
Why 4 hours?
Because I have to render it again. I rendered it for 2 hours and I had to cancel it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, sorry guys, I couldn't get it up before the podcast. But stay tuned in 3 hours or 4 hours. You'll see the video up soon. Alright, what's your opinion on Romania? I need to call Triton here.
Triton.
No, he's not here. Damn it.
What do you want?
He disappeared.
shh.
What do you want?
Do you do money? Do you do mapping for money or fame or just for fun?
As a
Just
hobby.
for fun.
As a
Yeah.
hobby.
Just for fun.
Fun.
Yeah,
Fun,
just for
fun.
fun.
Totally.
I don't even make much, so yeah.
Yeah.
Fun and definitely.
All of these are copyrighted strikes. Holy shit.
Before
Anyone think Dylan was drunk yesterday?
Possibly.
Possibly.
like
I'm
before I
not-
started
He
mapping,
told
I
everybody to fuck off.
money behind it because I've been seeing all these popular YouTubers with like 1,000 subscribers. They've been making these like alternate future videos. I was thinking, hey, I can be cool like that and I can make money off of YouTube. And then once I actually got good at it, I decided to have it as a hobby, not to like make money. So that's over. Plus, the ones that I was planning on making money with were pretty terrible anyway, and they're probably never going to be seen by human eyes again.
Finn Mapper
Finn
asks. Oh. Finn Mapper.
That Canadians wash their teeth with maple syrup. No, that is certainly not true. And where did you even get that from?
Actually, it is true. Viper here just lied.
No, it's not true. No, I never wash my
It
teeth
is
with
true.
maple syrup. What are you talking about? No, I use
It is true.
It's true.
Actually,
Oh,
Romanians
true.
were-
And Americans wash their teeth with Coca-Cola.
I think this is a good one. We got what do you think is the worst video that you've made so far?
Part 1 of my future viewer series.
Part 1. Our very first video.
country.
Very first video.
I would say my first video too. Like I think it's good, but it's not that good.
My worst video is Country Balls Future of Europe, Episode 1, Season 0.
Rectangularcatz Mapper asks, which country in England would you like to gain independence the most?
England. But that's so
Really
small.
bad accent.
That's so small.
Scotland.
Why do Lithuanians dislike my video? I don't know. I'm not Lithuanian. Mind.
I don't know because there's so much
Estonians hate my videos.
nationalism out there.
What is your opinion on the current status of mapping as a whole community? Well, I think it's just growing. It's just going to keep growing and evolving.
Yeah, and then we'll reach 1K mappers soon.
There's nothing really to do except to grow. That's it.
I think we'll reach it by the end of the year.
Hmm.
Yeah, but as I've estimated before, there's about like 1,000 mappers. Most are unrecorded. I estimate that by the end of this year, it may like perhaps double to 2,000 at the current rate.
I don't know. I'm not recording it anymore.
I mean, have you
So
seen how many
somebody
people?
Initiative.
And when I go to a random video, there's like a 1% chance that I see a person with mapper in their name. So pretty much mapping is
everybody.
widespread everywhere.
Yeah, I guess.
I also
my
heard.
channel name was originally called Void Viper. So.
I also heard, for some reason, that schools actually show several mapping videos for education.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
you
They
know,
showed the most history video of
Oh,
Europe
yes.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
mine
in my
has that
school.
too.
Yeah.
So make sure you'll be famous that way. Ha ha ha.
wait, no. History videos or our style of mapping?
Both.
History videos.
Both? Are you?
Both. Yeah,
What
both
does it have
actually.
to do with us?
Yeah, because you know, simple stuff. You know, kids can have like low
I don't know.
attention span, and they require some talking countries or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to help them with school, but okay.
What do you think
Oh, yeah.
of mappers, for the most part, using all the same music? Ooh boy. Like,
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of new
I
mappers.
think they want to be very professional.
there's like 3 Kevin MacLeod songs that they use usually.
Everybody is
What?
Kevin MacLeod.
Like what? What Kevin MacLeod songs? Describe it.
There's that
There's like
one.
a
There's
like
full on.
Kevin MacLeod, a Hitman.
Yeah, Hitman.
Hitman.
I'm definitely guilty for using those a lot.
I've used them before, but I don't remember where. Opinion or Viperator? There's no such thing.
Viperator.
If you didn't do mapping, what would be our hobby right now? Playing
I don't know.
games.
Probably
Yeah, gaming.
Well,
Of course, gaming.
Yeah,
Uploading
before I was
videos to
just doing
YouTube.
gaming videos, so I guess I'd still be doing that. I know I still do it, but not as much.
What do you think about Baltic countries? Mine? That's good for you.
Latvia, potato. Estonia cannot into Nordic. Yeah.
What?
So,
Oh, gee.
random phone call out of nowhere.
That's why I put mine on vibrate.
Damn it! I forgot to move that phone outside. Sorry. Alright.
What in your opinion is the worst city in the world ever?
seriously-
That'd be Flint, Michigan.
Oh,
Alright, we're gonna have in the last we're gonna have 7 more minutes of questions, and then we're gonna move on.
All right.
Yeah, move on to
Yeah.
Viper, can you check the group chat for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
In the group.
Opinion on
Okay.
the Ranger sponge. I don't know what that is.
If you could change one historical event, what would it be?
The Caliphate, Rise of Islam. No, I'm
Oh.
just kidding. Mongolia, I guess. I don't know.
Roman Empire.
The fall of the Roman Empire should not.
Yeah.
I would
Probably the fall of Constantinople.
I want
If I
to
was
be
going
Roman.
to stop one event, I'd say no, don't cut Korea in half because the North's gonna
yeah.
become a psychopath
Yeah.
for the next 100 years. I'd say just unite it as one, make it its own country. I don't see why they
fractals.
didn't
I
do
remember
that in the
fractals.
original
I used that
this
to build
timeline.
Yeah, I can make mountains with fractals. I know fractals. That Byzantine plague, that killer, 1/4 the Paul. No, I thought the Latins did that.
The Latvians did this.
Opinions on kebab. It was when I first ate it. It was actually
Remove kebab.
They're tasty.
Yeah,
Kebabs are
fucking
fucking
Do you
delicious.
believe in aliens? Yes, but I'm not gonna go
Yeah.
in describing why I believe in them.
Conspiracy theory.
Why is almost every Turk map? I disagree with that. I disagree.
That's
I
just
think that if you be assholes to
That's
them,
just
you be
fair,
assholes
really.
to you. That's how it's gonna work. Remove or die. Remove.
And can we just hold off on the useless memes in chat, please?
Yeah. Volga, Bulgaria.
Booga.
Is it Volga, Bulgaria, as in Bulgaria from
Volga.
Russia?
No, the Muslims. Yeah, the Muslim Bulgaria.
Oh.
Wait, Muslim Bulgaria?
Yeah, the one in Russia.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Alright.
34? Oh no.
They got destroyed by the Mongols.
Oh yeah.
Except for the Mongols.
West Mongolia is best Mongolia. This
Hey,
is
am
for
I-
Tehran.
Speaking of which, you want to play that thing again later after this, Mike?
What thing? Oh yeah. Okay, sure. I don't.
Yeah, if you have time, but it's like an hour.
I guess.
If you could ask one question to anybody in history, what, who, and what would you ask?
Ooh.
I will ask Julius Caesar, why did you go into the council with your 23 senates when you know they're gonna stab you? Or is it 22 senates? I don't know.
Do
I'll
you
ask
think the
Julius
world
Caesar.
would be like if Carthagena defeated Roman Punic Wars? It's basically the same thing, in my opinion. Like, Carthagena would go on to conquer the world in Rome's place. However, Carthagena is more of a like a trading state than a military state than Rome. So I don't know really, but yeah.
All right, next question.
So we're waiting for one.
I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for more questions.
Opinion on
There is
gyros.
questions.
Oh, I actually haven't had a gyro. I've had gyro-flavored chips,
Siberian
but
method.
I've never had a...
I don't even know what gyro is.
I actually had a gyro. They're pretty delicious. Well,
What the fuck is a gyro?
a
Well,
gyro,
it's not
is like, you know, the Greek food. It's like a, I think like a Greek
okay.
taco or whatever. Greek taco.
Yes, it's
Or
a
Greek burrito.
taco.
No, wait, burrito. Greek burrito.
Fire the burritos.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I only like gyros with it only has meat and cheese in it. But other else, I don't personally I don't like tomatoes, lettuce, and whatever. But gyros are pretty good.
Gyros are delicious.
Yeah.
I don't know what gyros is. Damn.
He just explained it to you. What
It's
the
a
fuck?
Greek burrito or whatever.
Oh,
I think it's like
I
that.
was paying attention. No, but I still never had it, so I can't say.
Gyro actually sounds like a pretty interesting name. It reminds me of that sphere, of a sphere.
Well, no, it's not pronounced gyro. It's pronounced like gyro.
Gyro?
It's pronounced
Yes.
gyro, actually.
When I
Gyro?
when I
Yeah.
first
Well, I call it that,
better,
but that sounds like
to be honest.
European
Well, we
currency.
call them gyro here. Where I live, we call them gyro.
Wait, so
no I call it gyro. Actually.
What the heck is...
No, because
I think gyro sounds better.
when I think of that word, I think of gyrocultus from Warcraft.
Would you rather be able to speak every language or speak to animals?
Speak to every language. I don't know.
Animals. I want to communicate with animals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
speak
Yeah,
speak with animals. Now that's better than learn. You can, if you want to speak a language, you can just learn them all in school or whatever. I don't know.
actually, see, if I could communicate with bees, I could summon them out of anywhere and just send a swarm of bees after people.
I want to talk to
Perfect.
cats. I love cats.
Alaska joined Canada. What's the point of Alaska joining Canada anyway?
I mean, what's the point of the United States having Canada, really? I mean, it's
yeah.
overseas, it's hard to get
Alaska
to,
joined
and
Canada.
Well, it's been a
it
part
isn't
of our
really
region
easy to
for a
make
while
profit.
now.
Canada actually have a lot of oil. They're not sharing.
You do?
What if
I don't
Canada
understand.
joins USA?
Canada has like a lot of oil. I mean, if you look a little western, you know those like little that frozen place that where no one lives in. That's where most of the oil are.
Oh, so alert.
Sure, whatever. Central
Who is
Canada.
Lumara? Who is Lumara? You just timed something else.
Yeah, I just
Wait, Lumaro sounds familiar. I think
Who's
I know
Lumaro?
that person.
Who is that person?
I don't know. It's,
don't
you
need to know who that person is. That's
Wait, 2 minutes. We're taking questions for 2 more minutes, and then we're moving on.
Alright. Alright, come on. Questions. Come on, give us
Aussie
questions.
Mapper asks,
question.
What do you think about Vegemite, mate?
Who's making that voice?
What?
It's me.
Was scramble for Africa a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, technically, in the short term, let me explain it. In the short term, it's a good thing because Europeans get a lot of resources, allowed to mass produce everything and make them high in society and make them dominate. However, in the long term, it's kind of bad because Africa is basically a piece of, because Africa became underdeveloped because of that, because Europeans suck all the resources out. But
Yeah.
Oh, would you like to be able to teach animals to make mapping videos?
What the
it's,
hell?
I'm gonna pass
Wait.
on that. I'm not gonna.
Hey,
it's beyond
would you
comprehension.
sing Mope a song? Okay.
Ooh boy.
Sing a song.
Alright, someone
Mo.
saying I'll provide the beat.
Legion Lord 5-3.
What?
Legion.
Come on, Viper, come
Lead-
on, sing a song for Mo.
Come on, we gotta sing a song for Mope.
No.
Yeah.
I can't sing, man.
1, 2, 3, 4. Mope is a good person.
Always want
This is stupid, and I'm done.
Okay,
We
what's up?
unleashed hell.
Alright, next question.
Mope is big, Mope is powerful, Mope is big, Mope is powerful.
Oh, this one. The end of the world is happening, and you can only take 10 mappers. And who do you take?
What?
I don't know. Dumb question.
Do you think EU is facing a bright future or a bad? I haven't heard much from EU. I don't know what's going on. But I heard something's bad. Something bad has happened.
The immigrants will fuck us up, man.
Like 5 people left because we did
Oh
that
yeah,
song.
guys. There's a 20-second delay, by the way, so that's why people can still hear us singing.
Yeah, I know.
Opinion on me. What would you do if mapping died?
I would die.
That would be so depressing.
If
How would
Mapping
World
died,
War
I
II
would die.
I'll be honest. I don't think mapping's gonna die because the numbers are still going up. So
Mapping's not gonna die in a couple of decades. I don't know. It's not gonna die in
it's not gonna die if we're getting new
As long
maps.
as we keep growing.
It's
I mean, back in
human-
December, it looked
I
pretty
shall
bleak.
pass mapping
It's a
along to
community
my
that's
children.
growing.
It's going to take until
New mapper. I answered
the
that.
end of YouTube for mapping to end.
Yeah.
Actually, we still map on other websites like Newgrounds.
Yeah, we can go on the wiki.
Grounds.
Alright, guys.
Well,
We
Newgrounds is
we
dead.
actually passed 2 minutes. We
How
went
about let's try 5 more questions? How about that?
5 more
Yeah,
questions.
5 more, yeah,
Alright,
5 more.
fine.
Blue
Five
mapper
more questions.
asks.
Give us good questions. 5 more. Make it good. 5 questions.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
Matthew
make it good. Come
Santoro?
on, question.
Who is
Wait,
El
Matthew
Ra?
Santoro knows about us? Famous
Wait,
YouTuber.
really? He knows
It's
about it?
Matthew Santoro.
It's a famous YouTuber that commentates on stuff. He's like have 5 million subscribers.
Really? He knows about us?
Yeah, he's aware of us.
Did
at
he
least.
what?
I don't know. Did he make a video of us?
Make something talking about mapping?
Wait, he actually did?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Did he make a video of us or something? I cannot tell. But at
Hmm.
least one mapper.
Maybe
At least one
interesting.
mapper had appeared in his
See.
videos. I heard one mapper at least appeared in his videos.
Oh, damn.
I'm gonna type that into the podcast chat and just remember. Why is YouTube full of drama? Because it is.
Because people. Yes. Because
Opinion
people
on
want
Because,
drama.
because drama lovers.
What would you do if mapping became the dominant genre on YouTube?
Oh.
Well, good for
I
us,
would
I guess.
continue making
Well,
videos.
we'll be throwing a party, of course.
I would continue making videos.
I would continue making videos, but a lot more people saying that I should make more videos.
Are humans naturally violent?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
not
Nah,
weirdly
I
are
think-
naturally
drugs.
violent.
I
Well,
think
actually,
if
every
there's a common trait between one human and another, there's going to be violence.
every species is violent in a way. They kill each other for resources. They even become cruel with each other. Every species does that to each other. So
And like for
humans
no
are no
reason.
exception.
Alright, one
Whatsoever.
more question.
So humans do not suck as much as you think. At least we're not
What?
alone in it.
What would
Yeah.
you do
We're a
if you died?
superior race.
What would you do if I die? Well, I'm dead, so I can't do anything.
We would all be sad. Let's just say that.
Oh. Alright, we're done taking questions now. We're gonna move on.
No.
we're gonna-
No,
What?
No.
no. Okay.
What? Really?
One more question. How
We
about
need
that?
more.
One more question.
One more question.
Serious.
The world,
Serious
okay,
question.
the world is a nuclear wasteland. Which mapper do you save before you die?
Anyway, I don't know. Everyone.
I will save Mo because Mo
I
is big.
think I don't know.
Doing
Because we don't know how some of us look, right? So how would we save each other? We don't know.
We should all go into a vault.
We should all
yeah.
go to the.
Vault
We should
114.
go to Area 51.
We should all go to Vault 114 and live there for 200 years before we come out.
Yeah, and just freeze out.
Some guy will change everything.
Alright.
Make humanity great again.
Make humanity great again. I'm the Wanderer.
Alright, let's move on.
That.
Alright, so Freezeponding, this could be important for you. So, for anybody who's watching this right now, the Juliet mapping, Omega mapping, Finn mapper, Italian mapper Chris, Freezepond mapping, which are right here, Dylan mapping, and the Molten Swordsman. Listen to this carefully. So you might have heard that we're having a hard time deciding who will be our last member for the MapperCast crew because we have a hard time getting somebody. So we have so many candidates that we don't just want to like leave someone out because of opinions. Like we want to test your competence skills. So what we want to do is like we want to come up with some way to make it fair, like to give each of you guys an equal chance to become part of our members. And if you want to opt out of this, just say so, okay? So with the people in the Hangouts right now, like, do you guys have any ideas for how we can select our winners?
Maybe we could have them submit submissions, and whichever one we like. I don't know. That's just an idea.
Yeah, I agree with Cosmic.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, with Cosmic as well.
But like the thing is, what kind of thing? How do we test your competence skills from that? Like I think we already tested Freezepond mapping, so we kind of know what.
Freezepond is nice.
We could
Doing a good.
we could do guest stars.
Yeah. But
We should bring them like each on as a guest star sometime if they don't win.
Yeah.
wait, maybe on the next podcast we should invite all of them.
Oh wow, that might be a little too crowded.
Yeah, how many of them? There's like 7.
Imagine the image turret in this one.
Like 7. There's like 5 of us or something. So there'd be 12 people total.
Yeah, and we don't know who's gonna make it. That's the thing too.
It's gonna sound like a video call on Skype again.
Yeah, I don't know about a solution. Maybe a submit. Like we want to test how. Oh yeah, this could be a good way to. Yeah, we can set a deadline for next Thursday. Shall we? No.
I guess so. Nah.
What do you guys think? What should the deadline be for this contest?
Yeah, that's what we figured, Mob. That's what we figured, Mob. That's what I suggested.
Yeah. I think it should be Wednesday, because then they have about 2 to 3 days to decide if they really want to be on the stream or not.
Well,
I wasn't really asked if I wanted to be on the stream. I mean, I did want to be on the stream, but it was just kind of sudden, like, hey, come join the stream with us.
Yeah, no, it's kind of unexpected too, because we were having a hard time, but we decided to pick up the first person because we didn't have anyone. Lee couldn't make it, so we had to pick someone else to fill in for Lee. So okay, so I marked you Freezeponding as green, so you already done we already evaluated you, but for the rest of you, Juliet mapping, Omega mapping, Finn mapper, Italian mapper, Chris, Dylan mapping, Molten Swordsman, if you're reading this, then we should probably do a guest star with you. Or would you prefer to have a contest?
I think it would be a good idea if we had them each on as a guest star and then evaluated the performance, because I think that's really the only way to like really see if they're good for it.
So we're gonna have 7 podcasts for this.
Nick,
I guess so.
I guess more than 7.
More than 7, maybe, because we may have other people guest starring in the meantime.
Yeah. Or maybe even like 3 more people joining us.
Or we could do like one.
Where's Nick HD? We need him.
We could do like one episode where we bring each of them on one at a time, and we'd have like a sort of like a mini discussion with them.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
Fine.
Yeah.
What? I didn't.
Yeah, I have good ideas.
What happened? Skype
No.
call?
So basically, somebody, it was Cosmic, right? You suggested that?
Yeah, I suggest.
Yeah. So basically, he suggested that we should have like maybe next podcast we should have we have 6 guests, right? We should just bring one of them in at a time, and then when they're done, we kick them out and we add the next person in.
Kicking out is a little bit extreme, you know.
Yeah.
Well, not kick that. Well, you know, we'd bring on the next person, not kick.
Yeah. Move on to the next person.
Yeah.
No. Like we tell them to leave the Hangouts, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't determine your age, Dylan. So I don't know what's your age. So I think like Freezepond mapping, we kind of did not expect what he sounded like. If we have somebody who has like a very echoey mic, that's gonna be a problem. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm probably not what you're expecting from a 17-year-old, are you?
Nah, I'm 17 and I don't expect much either. I've seen 17s who act immature, 30s who act immature. There's even 50s. Well, I didn't see any 50s, but I've been told there are 50 years old that acts like kids. Quotation marks.
There are
kids.
plenty of those.
There's actually not a lot of them, actually.
A lot of people are
Fans
saying
would trash mapping completely. Who?
Mr. Owner said something about PewDiePie earlier, and the Legion Lord is like, no, his fans would crash mapping completely. No.
What?
I see a bright future mapping, but it's going to take a lot of time to do that. It's going to take a long time for that to happen. I mean.
Well, we're coming up on.
I don't know. We don't discriminate in
You
age.
guys wanna?
We really don't know what their real age for sure is. I don't know.
Alright, okay, guys. Yeah. Oh, shoot, I skipped something, guys. Okay, this is really quick. So we want to ask you guys. So you know our MapperCast crew, we've already set up a podcast like almost every week. We're gonna do a podcast. You guys want like a Facebook page specifically for MapperCast, so that if you go on the Facebook page on MapperCast, everything related to MapperCast is there. Do you guys want that? Do you want to see a Facebook page that says MapperCast?
Or maybe a YouTube as well.
Yeah, a YouTube channel as well, or maybe a YouTube channel that says MapperCast. What do you guys think?
YouTube side.
Nah,
Personally, I would rather maintain the status quo.
I think
get Twitter.
Yeah, it seems most people use Twitter nowadays.
Yeah, let's just do Twitter.
Yeah, mostly all mappers use Twitter than
Twitter
Facebook.
is better. Twitter is better. YouTube channel.
YouTube channel better. Okay.
YouTube channel it's not very.
I think Twitter is good.
Yeah, Twitter might be best.
We should just.
I can't speak.
What do you guys think about the YouTube channel?
Oh,
I think
now.
I think
Twitter and YouTube.
I think we should just.
A lot of mappers here.
I think we should just stick with hosting the podcast on some of our channels, just because a MapperCast channel we'd have to grow from the beginning. We already have
I guess
install bases on our
but
channel.
Twitter wouldn't hurt. Twitter wouldn't hurt.
Yeah,
Twitter would work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So
but the tweets might be small, so
it would be awkward for me though on Twitter and on YouTube. So I don't know.
But I don't think it'll hurt. If you don't have Twitter, well, we can't impress everybody. So I'm sorry. Twitter is shit. Okay. FedEx is shit.
So you guys want to wrap it up since we're.
All right. Yes.
Alright. Wait.
The last thing we want to talk about.
So, are we? Wait. We're not done.
We're not
Are we actually gonna make the YouTube channel?
No.
No.
Oh, I think revolving around ourselves would be better for promotion.
I think a Twitter is good enough.
Yeah, Twitter. Twitter.
Twitter. Okay.
Whatever.
Twitter.
So I just have to give you guys access to so that means we have to create our own email for that. Like I create an email specifically for MapperCast, and we all have access to it.
Yeah.
Alright.
If you'd rather use my
No.
Use my Twitter, regular old Twitter account, because I'm friends with Murgu Maringu on Twitter.
Oh.
So,
I'm saying we should probably just set up See, I don't know, on Twitter, is there a way to set up like a group Twitter page or something?
We can just give each other the password.
Nah, not really.
But an email where we all have access.
Just give each other the password.
Why don't we just like a giant make a new Twitter account, like a central Twitter account for MapperCast? Yeah, you said earlier. And the guy who's like controlling all of that is just make some posts and that's
me.
Yeah, that's gonna be Viper, obviously.
Yeah, and then we can, if we want, we can post extra posts below that post.
But I want you guys to be able to post on it too, you know.
I know we are posting on there too.
Okay,
We could
fine.
just
Well,
post
we'll
under it.
discuss it later.
Just post under it.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so we're coming off to like the end form, so the post podcast form. So I am now going to add a link in the description, and when you refresh the page, you should see it. Now here, it's always important
Questions.
to read it carefully, and don't miss anything, and be honest with yourself. And remember the policy we discussed earlier. So make sure that you understand these policies. So basically, this form is going to be different. So it's going to be a bunch of questions to test how much do you know about the podcast. And then basically, when you answer these questions, the person with the highest score is going to be picked out. If there's tie, then we'll use a random number generator to pick the winner. Okay. Anybody? I think that should be clear, right? Do you guys think it's clear?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, I got an idea, guys.
Yeah,
Wait.
it's clear.
Yeah. Hey, should we do shoutouts or something?
Huh? Shoutouts?
I guess if you want. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, we already featured the channel, so.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
think we
well
need
that's
shout-outs.
good enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe next time we can feature 2 mappers then. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll discuss it later. But for now, alright, let's wrap it up. So, viewers, thank you for joining us on our second podcast. I hope you enjoyed it like our first podcast. And if you want to come over to our next podcast, if you didn't make it this time, you can follow on updates on my Twitter or Cosmic Mapping's Twitter or my Facebook page. We usually will post when there's going to be when the next podcast is going to be. And as for the MapperCast Twitter, we may or may not make one, but we will make one as soon as we can. If we decide we will make one, and then when we do make one, I will post the link. I will update the description below, and then you can go view it yourself when it's up. All right. So let's all wrap it up, and anyone want to state their outro.
The answer to question 3 is I don't know.
Alright, you want to start, Viper?
Alright, so I already stated thank you. I'll say bye.
Thanks for coming on down, everybody.
God will forever remember.
We really enjoyed talking with you guys and giving us some random questions and
And thanks a bunch
to talking to you all.
Yes, very nice.
Make sure to come back. Make sure to come back for the next podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks a bunch to Freezepond Mapping for
thanks for joining us as a guest.
Let's give a hands to Freezepond. Is Freezepond still here?
Yeah. Alright. We are now going to be ending the podcast in 3, 2, 1.